My name's Paul Chapman. I'm a conservation consultant with SEC Consulting, and today we're here in Aberdeenshire to talk about thermal imaging. Thermal imaging is one of several technologies alongside trail cameras and bio-acoustic monitoring that have revolutionised the monitoring of wildlife over the past 15 to 20 years. This allows us to understand the activity of nocturnal and secretive wildlife in ways that were impossible only a few years ago. A trail camera is useful for relatively long-term monitoring of wildlife on the farm, but it is limited in the sense that it's only picking up images from a very specific location. So compared to the trail camera, which is limited by the range of its infrared flash, thermal imager can detect wildlife at much greater distances. Some of the popular models on the market will pick up a large animal, the size of a deer for example, from well over a kilometre away. Smaller animals over several hundred metres. This means it's ideally suited to scanning and detecting wildlife over relatively large areas of countryside. One important thing to remember is that although thermal imaging will allow you to see wildlife in the dark, the technology also works in daylight, so it can be used in full daylight conditions to find wildlife that's maybe concealed in vegetation or difficult to pick out against the background habitat. Why is this important for farmers and land managers? Firstly, many farmers are keen to learn more about the wildlife on their land, but there are also practical benefits for wildlife management that come from monitoring species such as deer, ground nesting birds and predators. As government agricultural policy puts greater emphasis on delivering environmental benefits from farming, and private finance starts to find its way into emerging markets for natural capital, it will become increasingly important for land managers to understand how wildlife uses their land to target and measure responses to land management changes.